Hey kids, welcome to the Arsenal Kids. My name is DeMarcus, and today we're gonna go way out west. So saddle up and get ready. But before we do, we have a special message from a special person.
Good morning, Arsenal Kids. Welcome back. Just want you to know that you're loved and you are missed. Hope to see everyone again soon.
Hey kids, it's time to dance, and I'm challenging you to a dance-off.
Hey there, how do you do? We're headed out west, but we're waiting on you. Kick up your boots and join the fun. Just follow along, watch how it's done. We're headed out west, and we're all in this together. Giddy up, partner, it's time to go. We're headed out west like birds of a feather. Come on, get up, it's time to go. Do-si-do and howdy hi, saddle up, it's time to ride. Get on your feet, lickety-split, stomp your boots and just don't quit. We're headed out west and we're all in this together. Giddy up, partner, it's time to go. We're headed out west like birds of a feather. Come on, get up, it's time to go. Spin your lasso round and round. Come on, partner, let's get down. Nowhere else we'd rather be. Come on and holler, repeat after me. Yee-haw! 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 We're headed out west and we're all in this together. Giddy up, partner, it's time to go. We're headed out west like birds of a feather. Come on, get up, it's time to go. We're headed out west and we're all in this together. Giddy up, partner, it's time to go. We're headed out west like birds of a feather. Come on, get up, it's time to go. Come on, get up, it's time to go.
Woo! Hey kids, that was so much fun riding our horses around, having a good time with one another, getting to dance and to see all the things that the West has to show us. So now we're gonna go over a memory verse. So first I'm gonna do it, then we're gonna do it together, all right? All right, sounds good. So first, it's gonna be Romans 8:28, and it goes like this. We know that God is always at work for the good of everyone who loves him. They are the ones God has chosen for his purpose. Romans 8:28. All right, so now you gotta do it with me, okay? All right, here we go. Let's do it again. We know that. I need you to do a little bit louder. Come on, let's do it one more time. Here we go. We know that God is always at work for the good of everyone who loves him. They are the ones God has chosen for his purpose. Romans 8:28. One more time. Let's do it together. I need everyone up and excited. Come on, guys. We got this. Here we go. We know that God is always at work for the good of everyone who loves him. They are the ones God has chosen for his purpose. And remember, it's Romans 8:28. Good job, everybody. There we go. So now we're gonna go ahead and have a seat. And now you may be at your home, in your room, sitting on the couch with your family in the living room. So wherever you're at, get nice and comfortable, because guess what? It's story time. So let's get excited and get ready to hear a nice story. And again, we're gonna go way out west once again.
Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. Well, I come from Alabama with a guitar on my knee. You know, trusting God with your life, it ain't always easy. No, sir, but it sure is important to do. If you recollect, I told you about this old boy named Moses, starting out when he was just a little feller, and how God cared about everything that had ever happened to him. You know, that didn't change for Moses when he got older, not a chance. Later on in his life, Moses spent his days taking care of his father-in-law's sheep. Seems pretty ordinary if you ask me, but that was all about to change. Because one day, while Moses was with all of his sheep, he went up on the side of this mountain. And sure enough, as he was walking, he stumbled upon this bush that was on fire. Wouldn't you know it though, the bush didn't burn up. As he moseyed on over to get a closer look, God spoke to Moses from that bush. He couldn't believe his ears, but he was listening for sure. God told Moses that he knew about the trouble his people, the Israelites, were having, and that he had heard their cries for help. God then said that he would save his people by taking them from Egypt and leading them to a good land where they would be free from all of their troubles. But there was just one thing. God told Moses that he wanted him to go to the Pharaoh and ask him to free all the Israelites from being slaves and let them leave Egypt. Well, Moses wasn't ready to hear that sort of talk. He had doubts. I reckon he worried that Pharaoh wouldn't even listen to him, or even if he did, would the Israelites want to follow him in the first place? So wouldn't you believe it, Moses still protested. And even though God promised to use all of his great power against Pharaoh, Moses was still saying things like he wasn't good at speaking on account that he stuttered a bit, and maybe God should just go and get somebody else to do it. Well, God decided to give Moses some help, and he gave him his very own brother Aaron. Well, Moses called Aaron up to speed on everything, all that had happened and all that God wanted him to do, and the two proceeded to round up all the Israelite leaders, and they explained exactly what God's plan was for his people. They all trusted that God cared about what was going on, and then they bowed down and worshiped him. That was the start of getting those Israelites out of slavery. And even though it didn't make sense to Moses why God would choose somebody like him to save the Israelites, well, Moses learned that he could trust God with his life. And when you know that you can trust God with your life, well, that's a mighty fine way to live.
Wow, yeah, that sure is an awesome way to live your life. Just knowing that we can all trust God with our life. So one thing we want you to know for the rest of the week is that you can always trust God with your life. So say this with me. I can trust God with my life. All right, I need to hear you, so come on, let's do it. Do it together. Repeat after me. I can trust God with my life. All right, one more time. Let's be loud and clear. Here we go. I can trust God with my life. All right, I can hear you nice and clear. Good job, good job. All right, so it was really great hanging out with you guys today. Can't wait to see you next week. Have a good one.